Today I am going to start your play The Tempest, written by William Shakespeare. This is one of the finest plays of William Shakespeare. This play is known as a tragicomedy. The name of the play is The Tempest, which means sea storm. Before starting the explanation of the content or the story of this play, I would like to introduce you with the background and characters of the play. Because without understanding the background and characters of the play, you cannot understand the story of this play. All the incidents and events which have been mentioned in this play, they take place only on two places. Act 1, Scene 1, that is known as the opening scene of the play, takes place in the sea, in the ocean, where a sea storm, that is known as a tempest, sea storm has been raised, and in that sea storm a ship on which there are some royal passengers is caught. That is the first incident of the play, first event of the play. And after that, all the incidents, all the events take place only on one place, that is island. I have given you three places also. Island, Milan. Milan is the name of a dukedom. Naples is the name of a kingdom. A dukedom is smaller than a kingdom. Usually, a duke remains under a king. Before starting the explanation of the background, I would like to introduce you with the characters. Prospero, the former Duke of Milan. Former Duke of Milan means he was earlier the Duke of Milan, but now he is a sorcerer, magician. Prospero is the central character, main character of the play. All the story means the complete story of this play around him. Miranda is the daughter of Prospero. Antonio is the brother of Prospero. And about Antonio I have written a sub-duke of Milan, because in the play he has been given as a sub-duke. He has taken the dukedom of his brother illegally. That's why I have given a sub-duke of Milan, and is the real villain of this play. Next one, Alonso. Alonso is the king of Naples. Ferdinand is the son of Alonso. Sebastian is the brother of Alonso. Claribel is the daughter of Alonso. And one more important character who is related with Alonso is Gonzalo. Gonzalo is the counselor and advisor of Alonso. You may say counselor, courtier, advisor. And if we talk about the characters on the island, then Sycorax was a witch or sorceress, magician, black magician. Caliban is the illegitimate son of Sycorax. Caliban is known as the spirit of earth in this play. Another character on this island, Ariel. Ariel is known as the spirit of air. These are some important characters of the play. You must go through all these characters, because without understanding these characters, you cannot understand the story. Now, if we talk about the background of the play, for the background of the play, we must come back to Milan. Prospero. I have already told you the central character of the play. Prospero was the former Duke of Milan. Means earlier he was the Duke of Milan. He loved his subject, his people very much. Even his people, his subject also loved, respected, honored him too much. But Prospero had a drawback. What was the drawback? He devoted himself fully in the study of magic. I may say he devoted himself so much in the study of magic that he could not pay attention on his people. He could not give time to his people. So, what did Prospero do? Prospero handed over the responsibility of his dukedom to his brother Antonio. Antonio, after getting the responsibility of the dukedom, became greedy and ambitious, selfish. Now, Antonio himself wanted to be the complete Duke of Milan. So he started the work on this point. On what? He started the work how he could be the Duke of Milan. Then first of all, what did Antonio do? First of all, Antonio tried to convince all the councillors, ministers, advisors who were earlier appointed by Prospero. Means he tried to make them under his control. Few of them is few ministers, councillors and advisors did not want to accept the orders, opinions, views of Antonio. Means they did not follow him. So what did Antonio do with them? Antonio kicked them out. Kicked them out means Antonio removed them from their service, and in place of them Antonio appointed some new ministers, advisors and councillors. In this way, now all the ministers, advisors and councillors who are working under Antonio, they are following his orders. Still now, Antonio was not satisfied with his position. Actually, he wanted to be the complete Duke of Milan. And his dream could not be true until and unless Prospero was in his dukedom. Means Prospero was there. So, he thought an idea. And he wanted to get rid of Prospero and his daughter Miranda forever. And for that, what did Antonio do? Antonio joined the hands with Alonso. And about Alonso, I have already given you that Prospero is a duke. He was a duke and Alonso is a king. Alonso always accepted from Prospero that Prospero should do something for Alonso, should give something to Alonso, and he must be indebted to him. But Prospero never bowed in front of Alonso. Prospero never gave anything to Alonso when he was a duke. He never surrendered to the king Alonso when he was a duke. That's why Alonso and Prospero, both of them were a kind of enemies. Now what happened? Antonio gave a proposal in front of Alonso. And what was the proposal? Antonio said to Alonso that if Alonso helped him if Alonso helped Antonio, that Antonio would pay some of the amount to Alonso annually. Secondly, Antonio would be indebted to Alonso forever. Now, Alonso thought that it is a good offer. It was a good offer. Because with this offer, with this proposal, he was getting double benefit. What type of benefit he was getting? First, he was getting some amount from Antonio annually, and he was even indebted to him forever. And secondly, he was able to get rid of Prospero, who never surrendered in front of Alonso. So very soon, Alonso accepted the offer of Antonio. And in this way, Antonio and Alonso, they joined hands and they made a plan. They hatched a conspiracy, they committed a plot. And according to that conspiracy, what did Antonio do? One night, Antonio opened the gate of the palace of Prospero. And Alonso and his soldiers and some other counselors, advisors, or ministers, whoever were there, they entered in the palace of Prospero. And according to their plan, what they wanted to do, actually they did not want to kill Prospero and Miranda. They simply wanted to remove Prospero and Miranda from the dukedom. And for that, they have hatched the conspiracy very clearly, very wisely, very wittingly. And for that, they have already arranged a ship near the sea, and then at few distance in the sea, they have arranged a rotten boat. And on that rotten boat, there was nothing which could help anyone to swim, which could help anyone to go in the ocean, move in the ocean. That was a boat unequipped, without any instrument, without anything on that boat. So they had a simple plan. What is the simple plan? They wanted to keep Prospero and Miranda on the ship, then from the ship on that boat, so that they may die and their news could not be spread in the dukedom. And to execute this complete conspiracy, this complete plan, the responsibility was given to Gonzalo. Gonzalo, who had already heard something about Prospero's kindness, Prospero's mercy, Prospero's polite behavior to his people, to his subject. So, what did Gonzalo do? While keeping Prospero and Miranda in the rotten boat in the sea, at some distance in the sea, Gonzalo did a favor with Prospero. Gonzalo did a favor with Prospero. What kind of favor did Gonzalo do with Prospero? Actually, Gonzalo kept some necessary things, some eatables with Prospero on that boat. And the most important thing, Gonzalo kept Prospero's medical books with Prospero on that boat, and left both of them, I mean Prospero and Miranda, in the sea on that rotten boat, on the mercy of the sea, on the mercy of the waves, on the mercy of the God. And whatever favor Gonzalo had done with Prospero and Miranda, Gonzalo did not tell Alonso and Antonio. Now, Alonso and Antonio thought that Prospero and Miranda, they were in the ocean and perhaps they would have died, because on that boat there was nothing which could help Prospero and Miranda. But nature favored, God favored Prospero. How did God favor? How did nature favor? Fortunately, the boat which was unequipped, fortunately the boat on which there was nothing which could help Prospero, that boat reached an island, reached near an island. Which island? The island on which the complete story takes place except the opening scene. The island on which all the incidents except the first one take place. Now, Prospero arrived on this island, and when he arrived on this island, that island was uninhabited. Uninhabited means on that island there was no human being. Then the first person with whom Prospero met, that was a Caliban. Caliban was a very rude, unmannered, uneducated person. You may say person, or he was a son of a witch. He was not looking complete human. He was not looking complete human. And in this way, Prospero and Miranda, they came on this island. After coming on this island, when Prospero met with Caliban, though Caliban had not seen any human earlier in his life, but Caliban helped Prospero in earlier time. What type of help Caliban did with Prospero? Caliban introduced Prospero with the important places of this island. What type of important places? That which type of spring, which type of water is drinking water. Means where is drinking water, where are foods, where are some other important things which could help. Means where were some important things which could help Prospero. So in this way, Caliban helped Prospero. And in exchange of that, Prospero also helped Caliban. What type of help Prospero did with Caliban? Prospero taught Caliban to speak. He taught him about the moon, about the sun, and many other natural things, many other things. But due to his nature, as he was the son of a witch, so he could not change his nature. And one day, what happened? One day, Caliban tried to destroy the modesty of Miranda. Tried to destroy the modesty of Miranda, and that's why Prospero kept Caliban in a cave, and he started to take the servile tasks just like servants from Caliban. One more important character with whom Prospero met on this island, that was Ariel. Actually, Ariel was the spirit of this island. Where I'll tell you something about this story, the complete story, when I'll explain the play. That was the complete background. Actually, I mean to explain the background, how Prospero and Miranda reached on this island. They reached on the island. From the island, the story begins. I'll tell something about Sycorax, Caliban, and Ariel when I'll explain you that complete play. Thank you. I think you have understood it.